Hey, hello. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, jeez. What the hell was that? I cracked every bone in my back. Uh, hey, how's it going? Hell yeah. It's party time. Welcome back. Hello, everybody. Hey, hey. Um, hello. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope it was a good weekend. Um, yeah. I was busy this weekend. I couldn't stream this weekend. The infamous the infamous rare weekend streams was just not a thing today this weekend. It's not possible. But I got a lot of Steam achievement stuff done. Oh yes. I think I didn't test any of it. I'm sure it works. I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure it works just fine. Uh I'm sure I didn't screw it up. I'm gonna do a couple more achievements today because I was like close to done on a few of them. I just have to make the code for it. So I was like, hey, you know what? Screw it. We'll do some of it today. But you can see, look at all these green check marks. Green check marks. These I just need to do. And then I think this one I guess I can kind of code the system for this one. Yeah. Maybe we can lay out some secrets in some of the levels. I'm down to do that too. Why not? Although maybe I won't put this one in yet. Just so testers don't accidentally get it. Although I think what I might do is the beta branch, once we release in 1.0, I'll just clear everybody's achievements. I'm sure no one will be angry about that. I'm sure everyone is treating the beta branch like a beta branch. You know what I mean? A test branch. Um, yeah. So I guess we'll just get these three done right here, which basically just means we just have to calculate all of the kills that you've had in all of your levels. It's that easy, baby. It's that easy. Where's the shit? This one I haven't done yet. Let me put a comment on it. To do. There you go. Nice. It's a bit chaotic. it's yeah, it's a bit chaotic. But hey. So let me see here. Our rating's completed. Let's duplicate that. We'll call this calculate career kills. Yes. Yes. All right. So then from here, I guess we'll just take this. You take your total kills, add them to a total value. Um, do we need? Wait, is it based off of the? No. Okay, so we don't really need any of these inputs actually. Not even 10 minutes before you start being productive. Hey, listen, I'm turning I'm turning a new leaf, all right? I'm turning a new leaf. This game needs to be finished. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it, man. All right, cool. So we calculate career kills. Sick. So if they're more than or equal to 100, we do this branch. Gonna move these to the right. Yeah, dude, I am getting sick of working on this, to be honest. Because I feel like I'm extremely stagnant as a game developer, and I'm not learning anything. Well, like I am learning things, but I'm not learning as much as I'd like to learn. So this is 250 kills, and then we got the last branch, which is checking if you have 500 kills. I might even add some more achievements because I actually found that getting to 500 kills actually is not as hard as I thought it would be. I accidentally got to like 100 in a level without even thinking about it. So it's definitely not, it's not hard to get to that number. So we might add some more. We have a chance to add more challenges. I also have to add more challenges for other series. We only have challenges for the campaign and Miami series, but well, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 different series. Okay, like we should definitely get some achievements in for the other fuckers. Like we definitely can, and it's easy too because I made a function for it, so that I think works. At least on paper, it works. At least code-wise, I think it should work. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, you can see some of it is apparently working. Complete campaign, complete Miami. Or first secret, 100 kills. We already have achievement progress for 100 kills. So like that just goes to show like, see here, this already has this one level. We've already killed in total 97 enemies, which yeah, is technically correct, I guess. I think this level we already reached 100 just playtesting this level. So it's like those numbers I thought were high, but they actually are not. they're actually quite low, actually. So yeah, we can definitely add some more. And now that we have the code for it, it's quite easy to do it. So I'll probably do that at some point. But cool, those are done. Green check mark. We can add 3 to the list. Very easy. Some of these other ones are going to be a bit harder, like get 10 kills with 4 different weapons within 10 seconds. That's going to be a fun one to implement. Why did I have to give myself such hard achievements to fucking implement? And then there's perform 10 perfect dodges in a row. Don't we already have a stat for that, actually? I actually feel like we have a stat for that. We have a perfect dodge, but do we have a perfect dodge streak? We got perfect dodge. But do we have perfect dodge streak? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think we do. Jeez Louise, this is all of our stats that we track, and some of them are incorrect. Like kills, for example, we need to create a new stat, which is why some of these are frozen at the moment. And some of our other stuff is frozen as well. I need to create a kill stat that keeps track of the kills of the enemies that are within that instance. So the number does not increase if you were to like die or something like that. Because then those enemies respawn and stuff, right? So I need to completely redo that value. I have some ideas of how I might do it, but I don't think we're going to change up that value. I think instead we'll do like instance kills or something. It'll be a different stat. But yeah, we got a lot of shit in here. Vehicle damaged, the level complete time, how many secrets you got, leftover enemies, so enemies you didn't kill that you basically skipped, how many shots you fired, how many bullets you missed, backstabs, deaths, and we got a whole bunch of shit in here. Don't know if this is the right way of doing it, but that's how we did it. And then we just like add it to the game instance has like a map of names and floats, and that's how we're kind of doing it. It's working, so I'll take it. It's just this part doesn't work because the implementation's incorrect. So going to be very interesting to do that one. Okay, so what I'm seeing is we do not have a perfect dodge streak, which I thought we did. Yeah, so we're gonna have to make one. What is the challenge? Perform 10 perfect dodges in a row. I guess it would have to be like every time you dodge is a perfect dodge, I guess. Would that be the challenge? It's like every time you dodge is a perfect dodge, and once you dodge or get hit, we clear that value or something. Yeah, I guess that could be the system. We just clear it if you don't reach it. I suppose that means we could actually just set it up in here, but then it's just it comes down to like actually building it. The one thing that does suck about all of this is every time you finish a level and whatnot, or every time you add a stat, it's going to check all of these things. Now, I know computers are fast, but like, are they fast enough to do this shit every single time? I don't know. I'm sure this will add a slight bit of like overhead, but I don't know how else to do it. We can't multi-thread in blueprints. So yeah. That's going to be fun to learn in C++, how to multi-thread. Because it would appear all the GigaChad programmers know how to do that. So, like, I probably should know at some point, too. Yep. Anyways. Yeah, I guess I could do that right now. Let me comment this. There we go. Yeah, I comment things. Albeit it's like completely useless, but yeah, I comment things. Just so I know where it is. It's technically not supposed to be in here. It's supposed to be in the achievement graph, but I don't know how to move it there. I don't know how I can move it there without breaking everything. Can I move it there? It is technically an interface. I'm sure it'll break nothing, right? Right. It'll be fine, right? That's fine. Whatever. Where even are we? Oh, of course. We're in the thick of it. That's where we are. All right, session stats. Well, we might as well get started on fucking shit. Okay, let's add 2. Because I'm going to need 2. I can't wait for this to completely brick my project. Pog. It's going to be awesome. Hey, Barry. So the first one will be called instance kill. And then the second will be perfect dodge streak. Yes. Now, how we did streaks in here is I think we keep track of a value and we keep adding to it. And then I think what we're doing is... Ah, okay. We could probably do it this way. It is basically seeing if the streak is lower than our new streak, and if it is, that's going to replace it. So we could probably do the same here. It's funny that we turned all of these into functions. Did I open UE4 and try to remake the camera controller from the crop out sample project? I did better than expected. Hey, hell yeah, Ari. Crop out sample project. Which one is that? Crop out. Is that the farming sample project? I never looked at that one. Is that the one I'm thinking about? Crop out? Like one time I randomly saw that there was a farming sample. It's the city thing. Like, what? There's a what? I said, what? Crop out. Crop out. Yeah, it's this one. Oh, it's a city builder. Oh, I thought it was a farming game. Wait, this is a sample project? Jeez, that looks great. Damn. That's crazy. Behavior tree, EQS, save load, and blueprint interfaces. Ah! I'm so glad you guys didn't hear that. That was very loud. Oh, it's an RTS sample. You know what I'm curious is how they went about... Did they say behavior trees? Yeah, dude, how do they... this must lag when there's a lot of characters on screen. Does it? Or are they using mass? I doubt they're using mass for a template. Oh, and they're also creating like procedural islands. That's kind of cool. Using geometry script for that. Very interesting. Dude, I gotta look at this sample. Dude, what the hell? What the hell? Dude, after Suit for Hire is done, I really want to look at a lot of the samples more. Shooter game is one of them, because I'm going to be messing around with multiplayer more. And yeah, dude, this looks crazy good, man. That's awesome. It's got a whole range of things too. Common UI. I don't know how I feel about Common UI still. I don't know. I think I just maybe need to use it more. I just like working off my own widget library, honestly. But maybe it has some stuff for controller support. Then, you know, I'm all for it then. Just better controller support, I suppose. Enhanced input, right? Yeah, sure. Geometry script. I do want to see how they did this geometry script. That's cool. Because one of my ideas was doing that whole like island thing. That God style game. So like this would be a great base to work off of. And I'm very curious how they're doing this. Doing like procedural island. Very cool. Next thing, I'll try to replicate the building placement thing, and I already have trouble finding where they did it. Try searching like throughout the whole. Do like a search all. Where is that in UE5? I don't remember. It's probably in window and then find in blueprints. Do like a search all and search for like place or building or something, and then maybe you'll find like the function for it. It's funny. Yesterday I took a bit of time to add a little bit more to my my curriculum. And I worked a little bit on the double jump. I got to get your guys' feedback if like this stuff looks good and whatnot. It goes like, it's super like basics. I think, did I add a little bit more to this one? Oh, I just cleaned it up a little bit, the formatting, just to make it look a little more pretty. But yeah, I worked a little bit on this. It's not done yet. I have some more stuff I need to do. I got to this point here where I'm like, hey, try to do it yourself. I'm like, hey, this is the nodes that you'll probably have to use for a double jump, okay? With this in mind, then, although I guess technically there'd be one more node we'd have to put in here, but yeah, I showed the built-in method, which uses UE's version, but then I showed a more custom method that can kind of do your own thing. So, yeah. Crimson's Unreal Engine curriculum. Yeah, curriculum. Yeah, basically like a self-teaching curriculum. So like something I feel like a lot of people that are like trying to teach themselves Unreal, they get lost in terms of like what to learn, right? So it's like this is kind of like a way of you know, providing things for people to learn, and then it goes into like deeper stuff, like methodologies, ways of like approaching something, that sort of stuff. Finally, you'll make some money? No, this is gonna be free. This will be free. I don't think it's good enough for it to be paid for. There's no tutorial videos. I'm probably gonna associate some videos with these, and I'll probably make a few videos, but it's text. It's text. Read a bit. Don't be a bitch. Read. But yeah, I worked a little bit on that. I think yesterday or the day before, I had a little bit extra time. It's so difficult for me to like find time to work on this, but I do want to work on it. Also, it's really annoying. Notion actually fucking, I'm starting to learn Notion kind of fucking sucks when it comes to making documentation like this. They don't even have a way for you to make centered text. I was fucking baffled to find out that there is no centered text. I was fucking baffled. Baffled. Absolutely baffled. I'm baffled. I looked at that other website, Gitbook or whatever, because I really liked the way that that shit looked to make like a page. And I probably still could. It's just, you know, definitely can't do the premium. That's for sure. Definitely can't do the premium. That would suck. Yep. 3 columns, you center column. That's one way of doing it, but then you lose, I believe when you do that, you lose, so let's say we do like a table. And then, hold on. It would appear that you cannot change the style of a table. Guys, I'm from henceforth changing my opinion of Notion. This thing fucking sucks balls, man. Just the fact I can't even set the alignment of text. The only way people on the internet, oh wait, hold on, 3 columns. Hold on, 3 columns of blocks. There we go, there we go. There we go. This is a way of doing it. So we have to combine, we have to wrap the thing with two empty text blocks to then have access. But it's not even truly centered because it's not actually in the center. Because it's left aligned. Dude. fucking ridiculous. I've been using Google Docs a lot over Trello. Been finding it easier to manage with lots of text. That's what I always tell people, dude. Just use whatever feels best for you. At the end of the day, if you're working, especially independent and on your own, you don't need to follow any fucking standards. It's just about what gets you organized and making shit. But yeah, I've been working on this. Hopefully it's a good structure. It looks good. You can like full screen it. There's like the lesson goal, like what it'll teach you. So I think in this lesson, I'm going to teach you about print strings and using that a bunch. Teaching about vectors and like directions and whatnot. The launch character node, shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Who fucking knows? Whatever. Someone's going to cry about it and be like, why isn't there more lessons? It's like, stupid asshole. It's free, motherfucker. How about you send me some money? Get 5 kills in 1 second. How the hell am I going to... I don't know. Eliminate 40 enemies with 100% accuracy in a mission without dying. Wow, I really made this hard for myself, huh? Why did I have to make these really hard challenges? Why did I have to make these hard achievements? Why did I have to do that? This is what you do instead of finishing Super Hire? At least if it was paid. I was making a paid course at one point, but then I realized I don't want to be an educator full time because most of these assholes are just going to fucking email me 24/7 and be like, I can't get this to work. And the button's like right in front of them. So, yeah. I was going to have a paid curriculum, like a paid course, but I just don't give enough of a shit. I want to be, dude, I want to make games. I don't want to be a fucking educator like some of these other game dev YouTubers. That's totally okay. It's okay to do that. It's just, I'm okay, man. I don't want to get into that realm. I want to make cool ass games. I want to make a fucking studio that like gets up there. You know, that's what I want to do. Don't lie to us. You don't want to make games, or you would have finished Shoot for Hire 3 years ago. TBJ, when you say comments like that, do you think about what kind of reaction or what kind of effect that has on the individual that you are speaking to when you say things like that? Do you think about that? You know what I mean? You ever think about that? Okay, so you're doubling down and tripling down, actually, on top of that. I've been thinking about it. I feel like we have a couple bad actors in our community that are causing issues. I've been thinking about it quite a bit, actually. And it's interesting because these bad actors specifically constantly come into the Twitch chat and they cry about how they've been banned in like 6 to 7 different communities, and then it makes me wonder why do they keep getting banned in communities? made me wonder. Am I a bad influence? By the way, this is sick, by the way. Thank you for reminding me about this, Ari. But it's cool that you got the camera stuff going. I imagine you did it in UE4 because this is in UE5. And also, it's a good challenge to do that. Kind of trying to recreate it. Yeah, I've been thinking about it, you know? I really wonder if someone new to the chat sees an asshole who's just being a straight up asshole to anyone and everyone, it makes me wonder the what's the word I'm looking for? The what's the word where it's like side effect but like negative side effect? the repercussions it might have. I guess that's the word I was looking for. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, like moving forward, I'm not going to be as lenient anymore. Memeing is fine, but I think like being a negative asshole, I think you will be put on the chopping block. All right. At least I get a warning. I've given you like 17 warnings. I think it's about time where I start taking things a bit more seriously, I guess. Albeit I'll still be more lenient than a lot of other game dev streamers, but it's like I'm totally okay with joking around, but when it gets to a point where it's like you're also like causing issues for other people, I'm like I'm not you specifically. There are other people within the community that I'm eyeballing, and I'm kind of like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Just be normal, man. Don't be a dick. Okay? I've said time and time again, I don't, you know, it's okay once in a while having comments like, why haven't you finished this game? Motherfucker, I don't know, man. Listen. The human mind works in marvelous ways, but at least we're fucking getting there. Oh wait, where are we on the Steam achievements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We're at 24. Great purge of the cribs of chat starting. One day I will probably get to that point. And I think it will be in the intention to hopefully garner a more positive, more interesting, fun, not gatekeeped community. Because I feel like there's low-key a little bit of gatekeeping in the community going on. 10 kills with 4 different weapons in 10 seconds is inhumane. Okay, well, in some levels, a lot of enemies will drop a bunch of weapons, so it's definitely possible. It's just, I guess the challenge of this is you're just going to have to keep swapping your weapons. The 5 kills one, I think, will require you to either one of two things: use an explosive barrel to kill a bunch of enemies in a quick period, and use penetrating bullets. So either the default weapon or using one of the DMR rifle that like penetrates. So I think this is kind of the challenge. It's like using tools in a specific way, which I think is a pretty good challenge, because then that like at some point the player will probably figure out how to get this done. In 10 seconds, I have time to die 6 times because I'm so bad. Well, hey, they're achievements, you know what I mean? It might take long to get to it, but once you get it, you'll feel achieved. Not achievements like open the game. Haha, pog. Oh, you've opened the game. Here's an achievement. Oh, you've clicked the play button. Here's an achievement. Do we have a die 3 times in 10 seconds achievement? That does sound like an achievement, though. That actually does kind of sound like, could we? I actually don't even know how I'd calculate that. I guess we just have a timer on the game instance. You know, Ari, you brought up a fantastic idea. The start of my aiming level, jump off the port. That might not even still be fast enough. Would that be fast enough? Let's find out. Unless we instead of actual time, like 10 seconds, we look at it as game time. That I think is definitely plausible. I think that we could actually do. Hold on, I'm apparently compiling shaders for some reason. Dude, that took 10 seconds on its own because the fucking loading took so long. No, there's no way. No, there's no way, there's no way. Like, you can't. Yeah, 2 deaths takes me 12 seconds. Apparently that counted as 3 deaths, though, even though I restarted the chapter. Interesting. Did I not wipe that data? We could say die 3 times in 30 seconds. There is one of the achievements is to get 20 deaths, and the achievement name is Skill Issue. Do you think I'm gonna get a negative review for that? I think one person's gonna have a fucking bad time with that. They're gonna they're not gonna take it I don't think they're gonna take it the right way. Yeah. I am also a little concerned about the achieve D rank on any mission. Achieving D in a mission, I feel like might actually be quite challenging. Well, maybe not. Maybe, well, with the new rating system, I don't know. That might actually be a challenge to achieve D rank. It might just be like a really boring one. You just like let the timer fucking run out and shit, you know? Take way longer and whatnot. Ah, whatever. I'll leave it in. I was thinking of doing achieve C rank or lower, but oh well. We'll just leave it at D. The ID is D rank. I'm not going to change it. Anyways, we're not going to work on this today. I just wanted to get those 3 done. Now we're 24 out of 30 on the Steam API. Hell yeah. If we do any more achievements than the 30, it's just extra. I'll look at it as extra. And honestly, we can. We totally can. The next thing that is lacking, well, there's a lot of gameplay and system stuff that we do need to work on, and some bugs. The most lacking thing right now in the gaming department is the enemy types. The Deagle doesn't have the ultimate yet, and suit customization, I think, is one of the other things that is lacking. I've honestly been kind of avoiding working on this. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I have been ignoring it because I am terrified of working on the suit customization. Yeah. Oh, dude, Sandbox is doing like a Fortnite style funding system. If you make a game or a map and people play it, we'll give you some money. The more people play it, the more money we'll give you. Yeah, this is straight up like, kind of like Fortnite, I guess. In the future, I hope that Sandbox will be self-sustained from sales and cosmetics and will take a chunk of its profits and stick it in the fund. So I hope we'll make the actual fund value public, but since this is still in the early development phase, I don't want to do that yet. What about scammers, the one that are going to make 300 new accounts and idle in the game to make the most money? What are you going to do about that? Really? What do you fucking think we're going to do? What about grifters, the one that are going to make games that lots of people want to play and then make them want to play for a long time? What are you going to do about that? These are called game developers. Man, I love Gary Newman. Gary Newman? Is it Gary Newman? I forgot. Garfield? I'm not going to be mad at people optimizing the games to make people want to play a lot. The algorithm is a tool, and games emerge that encourage people to idle in there. We'll tweak the algorithm to encourage that other behavior. These are just called game developers. I love that saying. He's not wrong, you know. Sandbox is cool as shit, man. It's super, super cool. How does coding work in Sandbox? Coded in C#. Under the hood, it uses the Source 2 engine. When you create games and add-ons in Sandbox, you'll be creating them in C#. Is this Garry's Mod 2? I don't know if I call it Garry's Mod 2. This is like Roblox if it was for like adults. I guess I could put it that way. Roblox, but like rated T for teen. Source 2 is public. I don't think it's public. It's just this Sandbox was given permission to basically, I guess, open it up. But I feel like Sandbox's version of Source 2 is not like raw Source 2. You're using like, I feel like you're using like an upfront version of it. It's cool, dude, and yeah, man. Huh. It's got RPCs as well. They even have editor widgets already? What? This is, dude, the thing is, I don't want to use a different game engine, but it is very fucking cool to see this, dude. Very, very cool. I have a feeling that I think they're going to do really well, especially considering it's C# and like they're trying to make everything like really approachable. Back to Suit Fire Dev. Yes. Back to staring at the fact that suit customization needs a huge fucking slew of things done. We also have like the miscellaneous tasks. This is another big one, and there's other tasks that I have not added to the list yet that I do want to add to the list. Things like, I guess it's more of a quality of life thing, but I want to add a very basic like bullet penetration system. I know a little bit overscoping, but I really just want to kind of just improve the quality of life and whatnot of the game. And I think by doing little things like that, I think it will help a lot. Let me go back to the Steam achievements because I think there was something in here. Perform 10 perfect dodges in a row. We can put this in the game instance. Get 5 kills in 1 second. I think we can do that in the game instance as well. I think under the hood, instead of it being 1 second, we'll probably do like a 1.5 seconds. And then complete a mission with after eliminating all the enemies. That would also be in the game instance. So did that basically cover everything? Sort of. I have a genuine question. Have you ever considered that the time that goes into stuff like customization could be put into making a new game or new content, which would ultimately provide more value to the player? There's 2 things to that. One, we promise that we put customization in the game, and a lot of people ask for it. And 2, I think if we tie, which is what we plan on doing, we plan on tying the customization very close to the achievements. So I think instead of it just being a Steam achievement and you seeing a number go up on your Steam page, it's also like you get something in return for that. So there's a little bit of an element of reward for playing the game and trying to complete challenges. And I think players also really, I think they really like to create a fantasy for their character, which is what I'm learning. So I actually think, and the game is all about style, you know what I mean? It's all about like doing things with style. And I feel like not having that customization kind of breaks some of that element. So yeah, so I think that's one of the reasons as to why I am actually following through with my promise of working on the customization, because I actually think it'll be beneficial. God, he looks like a fucking, he looks it looks like a Fortnite character, the like golden guy. It shouldn't be too hard to implement the clothing, I hope, but we'll see. Because like our character model is really basic. It's not like this crazy fucking looking character. You could tell it's an indie game. You know, you could tell it's an indie game. Please, can we at least have this? All right, fine. All right, here's your fishing. Have fun, guys. There, you can start fishing now. And then we got to do accessories, things like glasses and shit. You know, you got to look cool. You know, I think that's half of the experience of this game is being able to look cool. And kind of creating your suit in the way that you want to create it. But like we already have a lot of the systems out of the way. Even unlocking. I think even on the unlocking system, I think we even have. So I think ultimately the last piece of the puzzle is just making the models. Closest we're going to get to a fishing minigame, because we're not adding a fishing minigame in this game, okay? A Darkwing cloak. We are going to have some very flowy clothing, you know, very Matrix inspired and whatnot. We definitely will. We gotta. All right. So what do we actually do? Because I don't want to work on serious, because I don't want to work on the customization right now, to be honest. How is it that we have 6 that we need to do? This doesn't look like 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess so. Interesting. Yeah, we do need to do bullet penetration. We could maybe work on that, potentially. The other thing I want to do is I want to make the bullet penetration system also allow you to shoot through certain objects. I feel like there's certain objects in the game that should not block bullets, and it's just kind of like annoying to shoot through. Like a monitor, for example. We have a level. Which level was it? In Sydney, in Chock-a-Block, there's literally like a window in the security area. There's a monitor right there that stops your bullets. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe like there's a better system now where it doesn't happen. But it's there. And I think like those kind of things, honestly, we could probably make the player shoot through them. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the player could very well just be able to shoot through them. Although I guess in this view, it's fine. I think it's just in third person, I guess. It doesn't work. Maybe we can just avoid placing objects like that near windows. We could. But the thing is then also these plants. We need to figure out a way of making it so the plants don't block bullets. And certain trees as well. So I think what I might do is maybe I should just specify these as vegetables. Or not vegetables, vegetation. Vegetables. Absolute vegetable. That might help. But the bullet penetration system, what I plan on doing is ultimately I just want to do a very simple calculation. If you shoot like a corner like this, I'm going to just make it penetrate it and go through. Because there's probably like very rare moments where you end up doing that. And it's like, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Kind of a punch in the face. It's like such a thin layer. I do have to be careful though, because if I make the calculation too thick, the player could end up like shooting through doors and stuff, which would be no bueno. That would be no good. What happened to my player's shadow? Whoa. That's not good. Is the third person mode real? Yeah. Sass, no Fortnite / Epic merch today. Did Tim tweet something stupid again? I don't know what Tim tweets because I have him. Wait, like that's weird. Like look at that. But then the actual collision hits it. It's really annoying. I have Tim muted, so I don't know what the hell he tweets. The last time I looked at his fucking page, it was all just Apple shit. He's obsessed, dude. None of it's about like engine tech or anything like that. It's all Apple this, Apple that. He's obsessed, bro. Why is that defined as metal? What? Yeah, it's Suit for Hire to keywords on the Steam basic settings. Motherfucker, it is. You can search up Suit for Hire. You can without a doubt search up Suit for Hire. It's quite literally right there. I think this is a case of the skill issue. Doesn't work for me. I think you muted my game. I don't know what to tell you. It's like right there. You must have hit the ignore button on my game. But yeah, it is in the beta branch at the moment. And I'll probably put it in 1.0. I've actually also been thinking of putting an additional camera mode, if I have the time, that I think top-down players will enjoy. I was thinking of... but then at that point, I'd have to switch up the settings. I was thinking of putting in a... because technically... No, not first person. This one would be easier to implement, luckily. I was thinking of putting in like an actual top-down camera mode where it's like physically like classic 90-degree top-down. But yeah, for the players that want it, you know, classic players. That guy still runs on that side. He's so... He's, what is he doing? I don't know why he does that. Should make a third-person trailer? I plan on doing a bunch of trailer stuff for sure when we release. Definitely. Too Far is going to become a strategy game with another camera mode. This game is the everything game. If I put first person in, it's going to literally be the everything game. But it still looks... The visuals still look like dog shit. In my opinion, I feel like that's still one of the most lacking things in my game is it's not like... It's not the prettiest game in the world. It's a pretty ugly game, to be honest. Not a very pretty game. Visually. Especially this first level. This first level, definitely not the greatest thing in the world. Do you think I'll do something to make the visuals better? I don't know what I could do to make them look better without spending like 5 million hours trying to come up with like a better art style or whatever. And on top of that, adding just more shit to the third person just to try to make it look better. Yeah. So yeah, one of the big problems with this is the trees have a penetration. Let's fix that. You know what? Let's fix that. Shall we? Let's fix that. The level you read out earlier looked way better than this in third person. In third person, yes, because we kind of made it also work in third person. Whereas in this, we didn't really do too much work to make this one look good from a third person perspective. Unlockable rewards can be pretty impactful at maintaining player enjoyment over longer game sessions. I played the updated Blood Thief demo and its added weapon locks, but are far above what it was before. One key difference between Superfire and Blood Thief was that you not only needed to complete a level, but also beat a predefined clear time. Do you think changing the weapon unlock requirements of Superfire to require a certain letter grade would be something worth considering? We can. We could. Like, we could do that. Like, we could. I do plan on doing a lot of, like, stuff for the cosmetics, but having, like, actual gameplay elements unlockable through, like, actual challenges could also potentially be fun. Like, I'm maybe even thinking of making the gameplay modifiers unlockable. Right now you just have all of them, which is, like, you know, kind of weird. So I'm maybe thinking of making those unlocked through doing things. Yeah. How you doing, Bill? Yeah, I agree. I think having things that you unlock as you play the game, I think, is great. And it also kind of reduces the player from, like, feeling overwhelmed, right? It slowly introduces them to features of the game and whatnot as they learn it and get better at it. And then that way, yeah, not a bad idea to gate modifiers behind an unlock too. Honestly, it might be a good idea. And it also makes it so we can make it so once you complete the first series, then you start, like, unlocking them. Because I think having this unlocked by default might encourage new players to use this stuff, which might not be good. So it might be something to consider for sure. For sure. Like, I think Gambler would be cool if you get Gambler after, like, I don't know, completing maybe the Roma level or something. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Yeah, that definitely could be something that we look into for sure. Yeah, I have no clue how to make the visuals look better. I kind of do, but I also don't at the same time. Like, maybe these trees, we could work on better cards, but I'm like, you know, whatever, dude. Like, who gives a shit? I don't know why these trees look different than the other trees. I want to say it's because of the normals. Something's wrong with the normals. I'm not sure. Anyways, there's one thing I do know for certain. We need to change the physical materials. But here's a problem. Never mind, it's not a problem. Branches. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is some piece of shit fucking Cinti asset. So the tree, the oh no, it's using this. It's using this branch. So this could be bark.
John Nanite take over in 10, 9,
No.
8,
No.
7, 6,
Stop
5,
it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Nanite is bad. Do not eat nanite.
What do you mean, don't eat nanite? Excuse me? No, you're not supposed to eat nanite. Is nanite a drug? Julian, thank you for the prime. Thank you. Appreciate it. A little bit of a jump scare there, huh? It's funny because we have like two sides of players. We have a side of players that absolutely hates unlocks in games because they're so overdone, which is fair. There are some games that are, like, kind of fucking overdoing it. Um, there are some games overdoing it. Don't get me wrong. Could probably make this a capsule instead of a box collision, to be honest. That might actually work better with the player character. I don't know how expensive a capsule is versus a box though. Is capsule cheaper than a box, guys? Anybody know? It's just an elongated sphere, is it not? What was I saying? Yeah, I personally I love achievements in games. Personally, I think they give me a purpose to play the game to an extent. It depends on the game, right, and who I'm playing with as well. Like if I'm playing Minecraft with friends, you know, it doesn't really matter to me much. Because then we set our own kind of like little fun things to do. But sphere, capsule, box, complex. Okay, so capsule seems like it should be actually better. And also better for gameplay because I think our character movement will feel better on it. We got some comments, which I agree with, but I have no clue how I would go about doing it without doing some crazy line traces and shit. It's this problem where you like run into an object and then you start strafing to try to run out of the object. You're kind of like stuck running into the object. Not sure how games fix that to do that. Also, Soap, thank you for the Prime, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate it. I didn't want to point it out, but apparently, I don't know. Steam usually shows when someone has bought a game. And it doesn't show the icon for this person. But hey, I guess the feedback's good. It's just, you know, I'm a little sus. You know, it's supposed to, it shows this when someone has a game. It shows that. So, yeah. I don't know how to do this one, though. Like, unstucking the player so they don't get, like, stuck into an object. I agree with it. It's just maybe refunded the game. Well, they said hope to try more of it soon, so I don't know. But I appreciate the feedback nonetheless. I don't know. Maybe there's a setting that doesn't show. Can you hide it with a private profile? Maybe? I don't think so. I think even with a private profile it shows it. Anywho. Yeah, just, you know, random thing I saw, you know. You know, just a random thing I saw. Oh yeah, see, this one also has, but it's not centered. Why not? I've seen people claim that they have 2 accounts, so that's why it doesn't show. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Bro's hiding Super High right next to his Honey Pop games. Oh yeah, right. Can't you like hide games now? That's a thing you can do now, right? Okay, so we have vegetation, but we have to make it so the bullet goes through it. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh great, I'm gonna have to do this in multiple pieces of code. Man, I'm really stupid. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I make different blueprints for this? Am I stupid? Vegetation. Okay, well, now we should be able to shoot through vegetation. Let's check. Yeah, it's just in third person, it's a little fucky. That's okay. At least now we can shoot through trees. You can apparently also shoot through the bark. Kind of unintended. I guess we'll keep it. You can also mark individual games as private in Steam now. Yes, I do remember hearing about that. So I wonder if that actually like also hides them having it on the discussion hub and stuff. Probably, I guess. Oh shit, it even counts the bark as vegetation. Guys, I don't know about that. It's not supposed to. Why is it counting as vegetation? Oh, cause oh, okay, shit, fuck. Cause the bark is not. I thought it was a part of this because there's like a fucking thing. I hate Cinti assets. I fucking hate them. I hate Cinti assets. They suck. Well, I could make this a separate material slot. Guys. I guess. I don't know. Whatever. You look motivated today? Yeah, totally, man. Yes, of course. This is also a separate Cinti asset that has one material for everything. That does indeed make Collision a bit fucking annoying. Unless, can I? No. It's because of DoorDash order, guys. I only DoorDash once a month. All right, I'm doing great. Okay, all I eat now is this. It's called chicharron. It's basically just fried pork rind. But dude, every piece is 1 gram of protein. Fucking crazy, dude. Also, it has a lot of fat. I'm pretty sure, which is not very good for me. Is that nanite foliage? Yep. You're damn right it is. Okay. Fixing the collision on this is going to be a harder challenge than I thought it would be. Why does... Oh. Yeah, because I don't know if I want this tree... I don't know if I want the bark to... Yeah, Sharma. Who said protein? Protein. Protein. Can't you use collision profiles instead? Our bullets work off of custom collision. So because of that, yeah. it runs through the materials. When did Stinky Poo Poo Man start streaming on YouTube? Never heard of him. Is his URL Stinky Poo Poo Man 123? Yeah, I have the bullets tracing on complex collision, which then traces on each material's index. However, the bark is a part of the same material as the leaves, which is causing problems. An alternative to that is we do not... Of course it is. Yeah, it's a Cinti asset. Of course it fucking is. Sphere collision is the cheapest because it only has to check sender and radius points. Yes. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Box is actually more expensive. It is, yes. Box is more expensive because it has to check on more points. I did.
Stinky Poo Poo Man. Lol.
Glitch, thank you for the prime. Thank you. It's not me. I am not Stinky Poo Poo Man. Yeah, I do. Well, I don't know about Stinky Poo Poo Man, but yeah, I personally do stream on YouTube now. It's been great. I think we've lost a total of 60 subscribers. People really do not like when you suddenly out of nowhere start streaming on YouTube. Yeah! Been going strong, guys. Hell yeah. Although I think we're evening it out. We're evening the numbers out. You are super inactive on YouTube. No, I think what it is it's a lot of the people from the day after videos randomly seeing me do shit that's like more dev focused, and I guess, you know, it's just uninteresting. Also, when people stream on YouTube, I guess it fills up their subscription box to an extent, right? So, but I think most of it is probably like the people that subscribe for these videos unsubscribing. I do need to start uploading more. I'm just not motivated right now. I don't know. I'm not, like, I want to, but I also like don't want to. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. I think when I start the next game, I'm gonna like definitely try to push more YouTube stuff because I do want to get back to it. I think I want to get back to it. I don't know. I don't know. I have the second channel where I'm going to start uploading like tutorials and shit, Big Crim, but I don't know. Yeah. I'm inflating YouTube numbers today, going with my own music. That's a cool thing with dual streaming. If you want to play your own music, you can watch the YouTube stream and just mute the Twitch one. Which was the thing for Twitch, muting specific audio tracks and stuff. I feel like they should be able to, because it's muted on the VOD. So I don't know. Yeah, this level has a lot of orange, but the other levels do not. It's just this level. Just this level. That's kind of like the theme, I guess, for this one, is these orange trees. Yeah, I guess we could do the bullet penetration today. I guess we could figure that one out. Or do I want to figure that out today? I'm going to be honest, I'm so fucking lazy with this shit. I don't want to work on any system stuff. I do need to block out a level. One of my environment artists is waiting for a level to be blocked out. So maybe we can work on that level block out. Yes. is Botnik. Where is it? This one. This level right here. Let's do that. When do I plan on starting my next game? Whenever this game is done. Although I'm probably going to take like a little tiny break from making games for a little bit, I think. Maybe I'll work on a marketplace asset. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. Depends on how I feel. Let me block it out for you. I got this. I got this. Don't worry, I got this. All right, so it's like a lab. So the next area is going to be like a high security area. I'm thinking it'd be cool to have like a big kind of thing here. Do you think you'll continue to use Cinti assets in the zombie game? Fuck no. I'm dropping Cinti assets after this shit. I'm fuck that. Cinti my balls. All right, let me tell you. Yep. All right. I should break the game again with some really dumb bugs Crim doesn't want to fix. What do you mean? I'll fix them. Maybe. When are you going to start co-streaming on TikTok? I'm not streaming on TikTok. Yet. No, I'm not streaming on TikTok. You don't understand. Don't get it twisted. Why is it in your settings menu? The save button is only in the videos tab. Because the other sections are just like really quick little settings, whereas video can be a lot more detrimental and could brick you. Although we should implement a thing where it like has like the 30-second thing. And if you don't press the button, then it doesn't save. I should probably do that. I think I've been meaning to, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. All right, so I don't know why I'm using double-sided walls for this. How do you get ammo? Dude, play the tutorial. What do you want me to fucking tell you? I always skip the tutorial? I don't know what to tell you then. All right, brother. You're on your own. Can we see the sky clouds in groundwater ponds as a reflection? Technically, no. Well, actually, with a reflection capture, yes. You'd be able to see the sky. But I forget to put a reflection capture in every level, so, you know, sometimes you don't see it. Sometimes it's not there. Something I want to do for this area, which I think would look super sick, is we do like a red kind of alarm kind of theme. So it's like when you're going through here, it's like kind of dark and there's like fucking red alarms going on. I think that would look sick. I think that would look absolutely banger. You know what they say, absolutely banger. It would look absolutely banger. I have an idea. Let's make it to the player. Wait, which way is our camera? That way. Perfect. And then this way, we can get our glass windows that I'm not using a... Why am I not using a spline for the fucking windows? Am I stupid? Am I a dummy? This is called Bay Window 200 by 400. Bay... Oh, that's not the static mesh. Gonna get confused again. See, there we go. Nice. Just made a discovery. Remember the crop out sample we talked about sooner? Someone uploaded on Steam, rebanded the thing, and charges €3. Is that legal? Where is it? Show it to me. Let me see it. Now you've piqued my interest. I'm thinking of maybe making this glass bulletproof. I'm not sure just yet. I'm thinking of making it bulletproof. But I don't know yet. Mirror's Escape. Oh, you're not even kidding. It is quite literally just... Let's see what it's also early access, and it's been 17 months since they updated it, aka they have not done a single thing to it. Is an island version of the classic city simulation. The game expands on some of the deep-rooted tropes of the city building experience while introducing new gameplay elements to recognize the excitement and challenges of creating... Yeah, that's AI generated. We set out to make the ultimate survival. We feel our game's at a stage where it needs player feedback and involvement. Yeah, probably AI generated. This shit's probably all AI generated. There's not a single review that's pointing it out that it's a fucking sample project. Why haven't they updated then? Probably because the person that posted this on Steam does not have any actual skills. Probably has no skills. Let's take a look if they have anything else. Oh, they have a demo apparently. Yeah. I'm not even gonna be low key with it. They probably have no actual game development skills whatsoever. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna say it as it is. Skill issue. Did you see some horror games that just yoink entire levels, put in some horror engine scripts into a chain, call it a day, and charge $20? You know, like this comes back to like the conversation of Only Up or whatever fucking game. And it just reminds me, why am I putting so much effort in this fucking shitty shitty industry, dude? Makes me wonder why I'm putting so much. I'm for some reason getting recommended like I'm for some reason getting recommended like, well, okay, actually I recently saw a YouTuber that actually makes some pretty cool stuff and it actually looks good, but it's like I'm like getting recommended like, dude, I make $1,700 a year, blah blah, or a day. I make $1,700 a day or whatever. I made $560,000 doing web dev. Where's the YouTuber? Let me see if I can find his specific video. He made like $563,000. Was that the number? I don't remember. And he like, well, it was kind of cool, because you know some of it was like game related stuff. That's crazy though, man. I feel like I'm kind of in the wrong industry, low key though. I'm over here struggling, bro. I don't know where he is. I don't know where the YouTuber is. Yeah. A 1,500 reviews, 3,400 reviews. So you can make something you're proud of? Yeah, but like, dude, I want to afford a house at some point, bro. I want to afford a fucking house. Yeah. Am I jealous? I don't know. I don't know if I'd say I'm jealous. I'm trying to think, like, what's in a lab? You know, like, maybe I need, like, some references of this because... Hold on, let me see here. Pure ref, level references. I don't know what kind of things we can include in this other than these, like, hallways and stuff. Yeah, we got, like, this kind of, like, reference... Maybe the last area could be like a center dome kind of room. That could look kind of sick, I think. I am making this level a little too long though. I gotta be careful. Like this is technically supposed to be a short level. I haven't done Kermit voice in a while. Kermit the Frog here. I want to afford a house. Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. Me too. Me too. You're supposed to save those for push-ups. Do not remind everyone that that exists. How dare you? The right picture from the city reference looks like looks like more like a spaceship. It is basically like a spaceship. But I needed some sort of inspiration for this kind of thing. Sigh. Sigh. I gotta start going to the gym again. I think I'm like developing a problem where I'm going cross-eyed because I look at a computer screen too long. I need to do something with my life. I don't know how streamers literally stream for like fucking 12 hours a day. I don't know how they do it. I think it's cocaine. I'm convinced it's cocaine. Yeah, I need to like do something different with my life a little bit. I feel like I just wake up, dev, eat, go to sleep, wake up, dev, you know what I mean? I need to mix some exercise in there. In real life stream from the gym when I probably wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. I don't know how streamers are able to like stream themselves in a public gym and shit like that. I feel like it's like kind of awkward for me. I wouldn't be able to do that. The cooking stream, we do have to do that at some point. I've never seen anyone stream in a gym. Is that real? It's real. It's real. Streaming in a gym is real. It's a thing. What do you mean? Okay, so this will be the last pathway. I'm going to make it actually a bit thinner. Otherwise, this fucking level's going to be too enormous, dude. Cooking and girlfriend stream? No, I'm never putting my partner on the stream. Not doing that, ever. What do I cook? Crab chips? What the hell are crab chips? Motherfucker, these are pork rinds. Not crab. What the hell is that? Crab chips? What the fuck are crab chips? The hell is this guy saying? Okay, this will be the last section. Honestly, I probably should just end the level right here. Honestly, this is long enough. Don't you guys think this is long enough? I was thinking of doing like a circle room where you then get like the virus that you're actually stealing, but I'm thinking maybe we just go through a door. We just say fuck it. Do I have any lab assets? No, I'll figure it out. There's a bunch of glossy shit. How do you still make new levels? It's almost 2026. The game must be huge. It's not that big, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking we just end it here. Right here. There we go. Doorway, end the level, kablamo. Maybe you get like a key card or something over here. And then fucking move forward, and then that's it. I don't think we need more than that. Hell, even doing this whole section is crazy on its own. Game dev is slow. Spoiler alert. I'm slow. That's ultimately what it is. It's slow, but I'm also like very slow. I'm slow and lazy, and I procrastinate a lot. My plan was to release my game 6 months ago. It's still a prototype. Classic. Why every project is 9 months old? What do you mean, like every game project is 9 months old? There's some game devs that like release games very quickly. What's that one dev that like basically made what I was thinking of doing for the top-down game? Like the God style game, and Randy sent it to me. They like make a game every month. Like once a month they released a game. What was that studio called? Anybody remember what I'm thinking of? Does anybody know what I'm thinking of? It's a collection of devs, but I forget what they're called. Stacklands, yes, it's those devs. Yes, Sock Pop. Yeah. they made a game that basically is what I was thinking of doing for the God game, which was, I think it's this one, Clicky Land. This is literally what I was planning on doing for the God game, basically. It's fucking. Now the thing is, there was two ways I was thinking of maybe going with that God style game. I could do it in a tower defense method where it's like you have to defend something, or I go more like web fishing style where it's kind of like an idle style game, kind of like very chill, and you just like level up you and you get access to better stuff and whatnot. I don't know though. We'll see. But yeah, it's like literally what I was planning on doing. Wait, what? However, you only get a limited amount of clicks each day. Limited amount of clicks every day? What the fuck? What? Why? What? But use them wisely as you only get 20 clicks every day. Can you reach day 100? That sounds fucking stupid. People buy this in-game day? I guess it's an in-game day. Why would you market that? Why would you put that in your marketing? That just sounds weird. No, I wouldn't do a limitation of how many fucking clicks you could. That sounds so mobile. This is a mobile. It's in-game day. I wouldn't even put that in my marketing. I wouldn't put that in the marketing. But I guess I don't know. You get a limited amount of clicks. Sounds weird. I don't know. That's a bit weird. That's a weird choice. I did not even know. Limitation's fine. Putting it exactly like that in the description. Like, I feel like there's better ways of limiting the player than just stopping them from being able to harvest things entirely. I feel like that's kind of like a, I don't know. What's this? Click Mage? I guess. I think I saw this recently. I don't want to make it like a... It's funny because I swear I've seen this character before. I'm pretty sure this is like a template pixel art thing somewhere, like a free... I could be wrong. It just looks so familiar. Yeah, I guess this is basically what I kind of want to build. Yeah, maybe I don't make this game because there's so many of them already. Got invested pretty early on, cause it was nice in early games, interesting, but once you get to the late game, you can tell how drastically artificially extended the game is. With no automation options, just becomes a long, unfun, repetitive grind. Give some automation options for late game, and you've got yourself a fun little game. Yeah, I was planning on doing automation, so maybe that's the difference between... Because, you know, I guess I feel like the goal should be to, like, be able to get out of just clicking on shit manually. Clicker games, it's like the concept in my head is kind of a clicker game, but more like a survival clicking game. And just making it more satisfying, I guess. That would be like the biggest thing for me. And also, like, I'd want it to just be like chill, you know, kind of RuneScape style a little bit. So maybe I'd have like levels, you know, very like web fishing. Web fishing has levels and whatnot. So I'd love to make like a, yeah, like very RuneScape inspired kind of game that's just like chill, you know? What is this? Light mass importance volume? We're going to need this right here. I'm still baffled that I need to make that tool where you can just scale any object using like little dots around any actor, because it's baffling that I have to do everything based on the center. Like I could have easily just dragged this shit from the fucking edges. There's this one too, Seeking Adventure, but not released. Let me take a look. Oh, this is a Kindred's game. Yeah. I wouldn't. I'd say I'm not. The way I'm thinking of doing my game is not like Kindred's. I think Kindred's is more kind of like, I guess, like a find and seek kind of style game. But yeah, it's great. Love it. Arthritis sim. Now, I definitely would want to like make it so the player can like level up their shit so they can like chop things down fast. You know, that's kind of like the style of kind of within the style of shit. What's the fucking game? I forgot. Forager. Yeah, within the style of Forager is like you do things, you level up your shit. Now you do things faster. Then you do more things, then you level it up, you get faster, kind of thing. Yeah. That's how I'd probably look at my God style game, I guess. Although I guess the thing that's nice about RuneScape is that you have a character, whereas in this sense I don't want a character. And when you click on something, your character does that for a period of time. So I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing. I just decided to make bank and get rich, but then I remembered I was working in game dev. Yeah. Yeah, you right. 3 months minimum. For me, dude, all of my ideas take a way too long. I don't know how how devs are making games within like a month, and they're making it really polished like Sock Pop. I think Sock Pop is making games within a month, right? Like within a month or two, like very short development times. I don't know how they do it, man. I'm slow and stupid, and I procrastinate a lot. But yeah. Dude, I want to find that YouTuber that I was talking about. I need to find that video. How do you look at your watch history on YouTube? How do you find it? Because it really makes me question my career choice. Like I love making games, but I would love to I would love to grow as a business. I would, I don't have to like think about it 24/7. I feel like that's my problem. I feel like I'm thinking about this shit 24/7. History's on the left. Dude, I watch way too many fucking videos. What's wrong with me? Oh, there we go. I made these 23 websites and earned $562,000. Dude, what the hell, man? But the kind of cool thing about this is he mixes a lot of like game stuff with it, but it's like baffling how like the process of doing this shit. Like I don't even fucking know. And he's definitely like using like not a template, but he's definitely like reusing widgets and stuff like that for his pages, you know what I mean? Like without a doubt. Which is there's no problem with that. That's fucking smart. And then this thing made $379,000. You know what I think a lot of people are doing to buy into this? It's because they want to make their own fucking drop shipping shit. That's where all this money is. There's a bunch of fuckers that just want to drop ship shit. They want to try to get in on the money, bro. Drop shipping, I think it has to be the most lifeless business endeavor. Like, yeah, I see some people that do it well, but it's one of those business things. It's just the 1% or the 0.1% that are actually making money from it. Like, yeah. But he made a service for that, which is smart, rather than actually doing drop shipping. Instead, he's making a service for the people that drop ship. That's what this looks like. That's what it definitely looks like, is that. Although I guess it's technically for anything, like any. What's SaaS? Service as a something as a service. Something as a service. Something as a service. That's it. Yeah, something as. Software as a service. Okay. When I was watching this video midway through, every website looked the same. It almost looked like it felt like, I'm sure he's making some really like unique things, but at the same time, they all feel like those shitty Apple apps you see on like the fucking iOS store. That's kind of what it felt like. I respect it though. The guy's making like $1,700 a day. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, that's crazy. Feels a bit scammy. A little bit. It low-key does. You gotta watch it. Like, there's some, there's some cool elements to the video, right? What are golden apples? Like, if you guys want to watch it, there you go. It does low-key feel a little scammy, but like there's some actual stuff there. Like, he is actually making like stuff. It just, to me, because it's like the same websites, or almost looks like the same websites every time, which is smart. Like, he's probably saving a lot of time. Like, some of those websites, he made it in like 3 days, apparently. Do I have an Unreal Engine 5 Udemy course? I don't plan on selling any courses, but I am working on this like self-teaching curriculum type thing that's going to be for free. Yesterday I worked a little bit on this page, which is like double jumping, but it kind of goes through like what's a variable, going through your character, kind of going through like basics to kind of get you started for free. And that's where you went wrong. Dude, I don't want to become an educator as my business. Like, I just want to make games. This is just so people that ask me, hey, how do I get started in Unreal Engine? Okay, like, I'll just make a fucking thing where it goes through like a bunch of stuff. So it's like double jumping, creating an input action, interacting with the objects, which I already made videos of. Yeah. Drop shipping is overrated in my opinion. Yeah, I want to build a business that I'm actually kind of like satisfied working on it, rather than just making money and it just feeling like a fucking cheat code. I don't know. Although it would feel great to have a cheat code to make money, but at the same time, I don't think I would feel satisfied doing that at all. It would just be a means to an end. I wouldn't really want that. My brother-in-law makes bank but lives in East Asia doing it. Smart, because it's fucking probably really cheap to live there. I hate drop shipping, especially on Amazon. Order something for $50 in a cheap $3 Chinese drop sale. Yeah, you can kind of see when that shit happens. It's like basically everywhere though, so it's kind of unavoidable to an extent, depending on the type of stuff you buy. Make it $4.99 with a 90% off promo. That's how you make it. I can't be bothered, because the thing is, once you start charging people, then they expect some level of service for it. and some level of support, and I can't be fucking bothered. Like, I'll just give you a self-teaching course and do what you will with it. Read the resources, figure it out. Game dev's so fun. I just wish it'd be easier to get people to play our games. Just make good games. I think that's honestly the magic trick. Just make good games. Having a sun in this level is actually just really fucking annoying. So I'm actually just going to delete the sun. I'm actually just not gonna have a sun in this level. There we are. I really hope you're right. I think it's a combination of things. Just make a good game, but it's also partially luck because it's like releasing a game in the right moment that, like, I don't know. Like Among Us, for example, got popular during COVID because most people couldn't see each other, and it was a very social game and was accessible in a lot of different like ways, like mobile and stuff like that. And that just became like a really go-to thing for people during that time. Which is why I want to get into multiplayer. Ultimately, I always wanted to get into multiplayer. That was always the end goal. I always wanted to do multiplayer. All right, so this is our block out. I'm just going to replace these walls with like the actual walls because I don't want the level designer to get confused and to put too much effort on these fucking thingies. How did we make that so small? It got boosted by streamers, if anything. I don't remember who started. I think it was Disguised Toast or XQC. It was a group of streamers. It was not just one streamer that I think like made it popular. It was technically a group of streamers. But yeah, I think that game got giga carried by the streamers that played it. Yeah, I don't want to be mean because like I'm sure the marketing person did their best, but I feel like they started acting like they were the reason why the game blew up. It's like, no, I think you just kind of got low-key lucky because a streamer started playing it, which like I guess maybe that would have been a result of like continuous marketing, but I think they didn't like literally drop fucking Among Us like, and then it got popular and they're like, oh shit, you know, let's continue this. Like I think wasn't that like literally what fucking happened? I found that kind of, not to be demeaning, I guess it is kind of demeaning towards their efforts, but how's the weather in Canada? Ass, I think. How you doing, Celestial? So it's hot and moist? No. Complete opposite. Not hot and moist. Very not hot and moist. Very much not hot and moist. But yeah, I do think it was there was quite a bit of luck involved there. Like they still made a great game, except the modders made it better. But quoting Willard, Twitch streamer Soda Poppin first popularized the game on Twitch in July 2020. Many others Twitch streamers and YouTubers followed suit, including prominent content creators XQC, Pokimane, Shroud Ninja, Mr. Beast, Disguised Toast, and PewDiePie. PewDiePie played Among Us? I guess so. And then it kind of just snowballed from there. It became like a meme, and then kind of went from there. That's why I think Lethal Company did so fucking well. There's so much meme potential. That was, in my opinion, one of the factors that made it work so well, is because it was so memeable. Having your game ravaged by streamers does sound exhausting. I honestly think your game becoming popular is exhausting in and of itself. I think at all. In any way, shape, and form. Like I think a game becoming popular at all is exhausting, to be honest. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't have an architectural wall piece that fits here, so I guess just fucking using whatever. We'll just use that piece. Okay, I really got to read this. All right, well, Kermit Voice Redemption by Celestial. The CEO of IKEA. Wait, hold on. Kermit the Frog here. CEO of IKEA. Dude, I can't do the voice anymore. I can't do it anymore. The CEO of IKEA has been anointed as the Prime Minister of Sweden. He's currently assembling his cabinet. I can't do the voice anymore. Something's wrong with me. Assembling his cabinet, huh? You hit puberty. I hit my second puberty, guys. I hit my second puberty, guys. Pog. Second, he doesn't get it. Ah, man. TBJ doesn't get the joke. That's sad. How do you not get the joke, man? I get it. Good. Good. So what up, Kermit? Nice time to join in. Hey, totally, dude. Nice to see you. Got the Kermit voice and the jokes today? Well, I don't know. My Kermit voice is, I guess that's the whole joke with the Kermit voices. It's horrible. It's not a good voice. That's the whole point of it, I guess. Modders always come through it. Dude, I genuinely think when I start working on the zombie survival game, I need to make, I need to find a way to make modding a possible thing. Because I do think modding, I do think modding will be a big contributor to my survival game having longevity, if it has any to begin with. I think it makes a huge difference. Oh wait, shit. By me moving that stuff, the floors are going to be misaligned. Well, that sucks. What I might do is I'll put like a floor trim around everything. Maybe that's why big game CEOs like the Bethesda fellows are so nonchalant with everything. They just don't care and are happy. Yeah, they really don't care. They make the shittiest, fucking buggiest games ever. Yeah, go Bethesda. Woo, yeah, go Bethesda. Yeah, great, yeah. Yeah, totally. Woo, yeah. I know people hate my take about Bethesda, but I always love bringing it up. It would be so funny if some dev from there was watching the stream right now in the office and everybody would be hearing you right now. I'm sure it's not the developer's fault, it's the CEO's fault. And the CEO and C-suite's fault, and maybe some of the leads over there. Not the devs. I always blame the C-suite. Always. They're always the problem, in my opinion. Actually, that's not even an opinion. I think that is honestly probably like 95% of the times when a game goes wrong, it is probably fucking investors or C-suite or whatever making fucking horrendous decisions. I'll put money on that. We need more companies like From Software. Motherfuckers consistently drop bangers. I think From Software's DLCs have to be some... The Elden Ring DLC, in my opinion, was... That's a doozy, dude. Kind of want to make a futuristic Black Myth Wukong style game, but I'd probably need a team for that. It is a pretty ambitious concept. When did I even play Elden Ring? I didn't play it. I like watched full playthrough. The DLC felt extremely half-assed. Like some of the bosses were cool, and then they like reused bosses like 4 times. Armored Core, I'm gonna be honest, I don't care for Armored Core. It just does not interest me personally. Not my style, I think, of game. But yeah, modding, I think, allows your game to go so far, especially if you have such a strong foundation for the game from like a sandbox standpoint. It's just like it means your community can start adding in content rather than you having to do everything. You know what I mean? And allows the community to do things that you might not typically do. It's just Unreal is... I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Unreal or Epic is just anti-modding, or maybe it's just like their engine is just not suited for it. But I know in UE4 they had a plugin for it, but in UE5, what's the deal there with modding? Is there any fucking modding support for UE5 whatsoever? Like, what does someone have to do to allow modding to be more straightforward? I don't fucking know. Because the import process of importing a static mesh is probably fucking impossible because it has to be a U asset. It can't just be a raw FBX. So same functionality from UE4 is still there. It's just not easy generally. People just need to make the mods within the engine. The Arc mods work fine. UE, I feel like you need to brew your own way to include mods and shit. How does Satisfactory do it? How are they doing mods? The only part is that they have to download your branch of the engine, essentially. Right. And that's a fucking bitch to deal with. I guess ultimately, it's just easier to be able to mod literally any other game. Like Godot, for example, or fucking... I'm sure Sandbox will have amazing modding support. You know, if you're able to sell your game standalone, but then people can, like, you include some sort of modding support, that could be big. There are plugins, though, for importing meshes at runtime, but you end up having to save that data out directly into the game save files. Ooh. Ew. Sass. Like, what was the game that came out that absolutely blew up? Oh, Lethal Company. Which engine was Lethal Company built in? Was it Unity or Godot? I don't remember. I want to say it was Unity, right? Yeah, Unity has like crazy modding. Well, not crazy modding support. I just feel like maybe it's just light enough for modding support to be just straightforward to do. Maybe because C# and everything. Doesn't have crazy modding support? Okay, well. I guess maybe the Lethal Company did a pretty good job with it then. Project Zomboid, if I remember correctly, has its own engine. They have great modding support. I don't know, man. I feel like the answer just points to like use a different game engine. I feel like all the answers just kind of point to use a different game engine if you want modding support to be the integral part of your game. But I guess modding support only matters if your game does well in the end. So, I guess that's something else to consider. Gmod without the hype, what's left of it? G, just Gary. Just Gary and himself and his humor. Why is there a door here? Fuck this door, man. We'll put a fake door there. Some people build their own engine. It's absolutely insane. After watching Randy and seeing how he's kind of approaching the process of making his games using Jai and frameworks and Odin or whatever, it's not like crazy. It's more like unknown, like the coding language I don't understand, and like there's a lot of like having to do your own stuff, but it doesn't seem that crazy. It just seems like a different way of doing things. And ultimately a different way of doing things just means you're just learning it in a different way. Just like how you'd have to learn the Nanite workflow and all that stuff, right? It's just a different workflow. Didn't Randy say he doesn't care about finishing the game and only uploads a YouTube video when he runs out of money? That was old Randy. And now he does, I think he ultimately does actually care about making games. Like he really just, like he just stopped doing YouTube. He's not doing YouTube like how he used to. He doesn't really make those kind of videos because it just takes too much effort to do that, and it kind of takes away from working on his games. Yeah, he's like doing some yeah, he's turned a new leaf, I would say. He's doing great work now. Without glazing him. Without glazing him. I think that's just the honest truth. Like he's doing a good job now. He's like he does like 10-hour streams. Like what the fuck is he doing? What does glazing mean? Like glazing, like glazing a donut. It's like you're sugaring them up, you know, you're making them seem a lot better than they are, I guess. I don't know. I think that's the saying. But like look at it, how long his streams are. 7 hours. What the fuck? What am I doing here? What the hell? Why am I over here, man? 9-hour stream, 7-hour stream. He's working hard. He's working hard, dude. Works a lot harder than me. That's for sure. Now, to be fair, like I'm not full time on this stuff. I don't know if he has something on the side that he's doing. 8-hour, 11-hour stream. I think there was a stream at one point where he double streamed, like he accidentally cut the stream short. I want to say it's this one. So this is actually a 9-hour, 10-hour stream. Picture Crimson licking his bald head to make it more shiny. That's glazing. I'll prime again when we get 10-hour streams. Honestly, Maverick, the only way I could get to that point where I start doing like longer streams is if like somehow this game does really well and I'm able to like go full time and just focus on this. But even then, I couldn't do it. I got a meeting coming up in like 30 minutes. Why? Wait, actually, when is my meeting? I don't remember. Wait. Something's still broken, even though I thought I fixed it. Crimson, check my review. I reviewed and funded. Thanks, man. Hey, thanks, brother. Appreciate it. I just want to put it out there, guys. You don't need to buy the game and review it if you don't want to play the game. Don't do it because it's just me, the streamer, you know. Move in with Randy in Thailand. Name it the Dev Cave. I think that's what he wants to do. He wants to like team up with people, but the thing is like I have a partner that I at some point want to get married and maybe have a kid at some point. So living that kind of life is not really on my docket. Move her to Thailand too. Yeah, good idea, I guess. Why assume my review is positive? I'm not assuming it's positive. In fact, I'm actually, in my head, I'm thinking it's probably a negative review. Yeah, and I can't do long streams like that. I need to figure out my work-life balance, man. I don't know about you guys, but I have a really big problem right now where my entire life basically revolves around this and this only, and it's not very... Okay, 5 push-ups? All right, fine. There you go. Fine. What was I talking about? Anyways, level's ready, I think. Well, not really. We do have to put more like props and shit. We just got like the architectural stuff. But to start, apply for a new job today. Hopefully I get an interview. Hey, good luck, man. Fingers crossed, brother. Yeah, my work-life balance is not very good. Because, like, yeah, anyways, it's just some shit. Scotty from Twitch chat said, good luck, YouTube chatter. Yes. Hell yeah. Maybe it's better than mine. If I'm not working on a game, I feel hollow and empty. I feel like there's more to life than just working on games. But I feel like game development is like one of those industry jobs where you have to like devote your life to it to an extent. And I feel like the people that say, well, you don't have to do that are just like privileged because maybe they just had a really good release and sold their game like Notch. I don't know. Maybe maybe I just need to like wake up earlier. But I don't know. And it's funny because I don't even work that long. However, my life feels like it's just revolving around this. It's not the best feeling, I'd say, at all. But to be fair, in my 27 years of living on this planet, my life never really had purpose besides just working on stuff, at least since like high school. When I was in middle school and high school, I was just living to play video games. And then that shifted to making video games, and then now like that's basically it. So it's like not exactly the best thing ever. Not exactly the best combination ever. All right, this is the level. Which let's see how long it takes. So we spawn in here. Okay, it's about a minute long. Obviously, we'll have enemies and stuff, and that probably will make it a bit longer. I got so lucky with my job right now, not something I imagine myself doing, but I do like doing it enough to see myself here for quite a while. I got pretty lucky with my job too, all things considered. But I think ultimately, end game, I do want to just build my own thing and kind of just do my own thing. But I'm sure everybody has a similar desire, I guess. Like 90% of my life is working and entertaining the kids, a few hours of sleep aside. I feel like that'll probably be my thing. I feel like that's the scary thing of how I feel with having a kid is like once you have a kid, your whole life revolves around that kid. You know what I mean? It's a very scary thought. Which like I'm not that's fine. It's just I don't know, having a kid seems like it's scary. I want to at some point. It's just dude, it's fucking terrifying. That's fucking terrifying, dude. I don't know. I guess maybe that's like everyone's perception of having a kid. It's like, dude, it's just terrifying, just by default. That's just how it is. Then work on my game during the evening for some reason. I feel more productive when it's dark or rainy outside. That's because your brain is not overthinking as much. I think that, at least for me, that's what I noticed. I become more productive and wanting to become more productive at night because my brain is supposed to be shutting off at that point. So there's like nothing to think about. So it's just thinking about other things. I feel like that's the thing there. But it's an unhealthy lifestyle for me because I go to bed at such a bad time and then I wake up at such a bad time. Yeah. All right. Okay, this is a good base. We just have to start working on cover props and various things here. The lighting theme, etc., etc. Doorways as well. Gonna have to be a big one. Yeah. Um, yeah. I got lucky working where I am, but to be fair, I think the only reason why I was probably able to get the job that I have right now is a cumulative like 5 years of unhealthily focusing on just this, and also having that time where I was in California for like 3 years and had nothing else to do and I couldn't make any money. So I just spent it making YouTube videos and just working on shit. So I guess that just kind of worked out in the end for me. Um, but dude, getting paid more is just I know at this point getting paid more just does not motivate me. I need to want to work on like really cool stuff, and yeah, getting paid more does not motivate me at all. It's nice, don't get me wrong, it's great. It's just I don't get motivated by money at all. I think I learned I'm not motivated by money whatsoever. Should I continue this building here? I feel like I should. There's no glass. You're intrinsically motivated? I don't know what the fuck that means. That's a word I've never heard before. What the hell? What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. Internally? Oh, yeah, I suppose, yeah. I can't, it just, motivation is such a weird thing for me. I don't get motivated by more money or anything like that. More money is just, you know, it's nice. It's good. It's great. It goes towards my future, but like, literally, that's all it is for me. I think I do have external motivators. Like, I would say one of the external motivators is seeing people react to the game and having a good time with it. Like, that's, I think, a motivator. But ultimately, for me, I think what I notice is I like to have a challenge. I like to have a challenge with a project. I like the project to be cool. I think that's like a very big thing for me, which is why I want to work on that large-scale zombie survival game. I know everybody's gonna be like, oh, but that's like, it's really big scope, blah, 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 fucking classic bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I know it has a big scope. You can challenge yourself while making a small game. Yeah, which is like, I do plan on still taking it one step at a time. I think I want to make that God style game because I want to use that as a C++ challenge. You know what I mean? I want that to be a challenge, to like challenge myself to do more. More C++. I think that'd be a great challenge there. But I think I just like working on large scale projects because then I can make like I can make YouTube videos on them. I think that was another thing that I really kind of enjoyed doing, is kind of documenting the process, which I have not done for this game, which is maybe one of the reasons why I've lost motivation for this game. But also, it doesn't help that this project has gone way longer than I intended it for. California can be very expensive. Average rent around San Francisco area is like $2,000 for a tiny apartment. Yeah, that's basically how much I pay for Toronto, so. I'm not even in California. I'm in fucking Canada. As you're planning to move on from Unreal Engine? I don't think so. It's kind of a bummer because I really do want to add modding support to my games, and I have no clue how to go about doing it in a way that doesn't feel like shit. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, honestly, C++ websites are just not going to help me. I think I just, for me, I've already looked at a lot of C++ stuff. I think it's just a matter of me doing it. I learned best by just doing it. I've been watching a lot of multiplayer replication stuff. I've been reading up a lot on it, so I understand like things like net authority. I understand net role a little bit to an extent. I'm understanding that networking has the issue where things are all going to be. There's the problem where everything kind of is sent to clients at different times. So you have to make sure you make things event-based and not require too much order, because order can be shifted around, shit like that. You know, those are fundamental things, like, which is actually kind of cool because I've already been somewhat doing my coding in that way to an extent with like my single player games. Like a lot of it is more event dispatcher based and whatnot. I think the thing that'll be the challenge for replication is doing things in an optimal way where I do not flood the packets. That's going to be an interesting one, which is why I want to learn how they did things in the shooter game project. Because for a fully auto weapon, I would imagine you don't want to call an RPC for every single bullet being fired, right? I feel like instead, you'd want a start firing RPC and stop firing RPC, right? But then wouldn't you need to keep track of the rotation of that player character while they're firing? You would set up a looping timer. Set up a looping timer? So you would call RPCs for every bullet fired with starts to stop. Yeah, because I think that's how the shooter game demo does it. They from what I saw, I have to look at the demo again myself, but I remember someone breaking it down. Shooter game demo UE4. What was it? Oh yeah, there's a full documentation for it, which is amazing, absolutely baffling. This is so cool. So here they have a start and a stop fire, which I believe are RPCs. And then once in the firing state, the local client will repeatedly call handle firing, which in turn calls fire weapon. And then the server handles the firing, which then updates the ammo and calls this, which honestly I don't really care for because I don't care too much about server authority and anti-cheat. I could care less. If we can find ways of making things cheaper on a networking basis, I'll fucking do it. It doesn't matter to me. So then that way there's not too much stress on the server, because that's one of my biggest concerns is in a client server basis, I don't want the server to get into like fucktown. But this is interesting. So that's why I kind of want to read the code for this project again. I know I tried the shooter demo when I first started game development, and I didn't understand anything. I was so lost. Rotation would just use the server rotation for applying damage, and the client is only predicting, so any camera rotation changes must be sent to the server. Confirm / rejected by the server, client receives. Right, so I guess because we're handling firing on every client, the local clients will handle firing. They could just use the aim rotation from there, which is already being replicated as a replicated property. People want PvP in their zombie game. I don't think that's entirely true. I think there is a subset of the community that wants PvP, but I also think that's not entirely true. I think they just want a zombie game that feels alive, which is where I think having human interactions, which are like AI human interactions, I think will go a long way. I don't think necessarily PvP, albeit yes, PvP is great, and there's definitely a community that loves it, but I don't want to deal with PvP, so that's not me. I ain't the guy for that. Anything that's every frame, you can send unreliable RPCs once per frame, and you only send deltas, not the current data. You only need to send the current data if it's a rejection/confirmation approach or separate kind of RPC. You know what I could do, y'all? I could do, so how character movement component works, it runs off of a struct array, right? Could I do firing the gun as a struct array replicated property? And then we would just call start fire and stop fire? Like, that could be one way of doing it. Maybe I'm over-engineering it. Maybe this is something I should think about down the line. But, like, I feel like multiplayer adds a new element of complexity that kind of requires a little bit more forward thinking. There's an even better approach for events like that called prediction keys. Right, because we have to somehow predict start fire and stop fire, right? Because the auto-fired weapon can keep going. Just get into gas. Maybe. I don't know if I know. Projectile fire is used to simulate weapons that fire rounds which are slow-moving, explode and impact affected by gravity, etc. These are cases where the outcome of the weapon cannot be determined at the exact instant the weapon is fired, such as launching a grenade. An actual physical object or projectile spawn is moving in the direction the weapon is aimed. A hit is determined by the projectile colliding with another. That's crazy. You got me addicted to DoorDash? Dude, Maverick, no, stop it. So 5 push-ups. What are prediction keys? Anybody got a link? While I go do my 5 push-ups. What time is it? Okay, I got like 15 minutes. Folding. I don't think they're just
Shit my pants, I did.
gas. A lot of elements of gas are elements that can be used separately, like gameplay tags, for example. Maverick, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. One very cheap way to do multiplayer is to call everything client side and do 0 server side verification. I plan on doing like almost no verification, to be honest. I don't plan on doing too much verification, to be honest. F prediction key. It's a struct prediction key. Oh my god. This has actual documentation in it. What the fuck? Huh? This has actual fucking text? Apparently, what was it? What's that? What's the header file called? Apparently, Unreal has a lot of documentation on the net connection header file. There's a header file that's for replication that apparently has a lot of documentation in it to like teach you how multiplayer works behind the scenes. At the gameplay ability level, implementing an ability prediction is transparent. An ability says do X, Y, Z, and we will automatically predict the parts of that we can. Not all cases are solved, but we have a very solid framework for working with client-side prediction. Client predicting game simulation state. I haven't had to look at this stuff. This is stuff that I would like to, like, once we get started on the next game, I do want to take, like, I do want to start doing streams where we, like, look at pages like this, for example, and, you know, try to, like, learn stuff. I guess it's kind of boring, but it's like, you know, ultimately this is stuff that I like to do. I want to become a Giga game dev. So what does F prediction key even hold? It's a struct. But what does it hold? This looks like documentation built by a programmer, though. This does not look like a documentation team doing this stuff. The docs team. This looks like an actual programmer actually wrote this stuff. But this is documentation specifically tied to gameplay ability system. Whereas if I were to use it myself, it would basically just be a struct. So I'd have to essentially, if I were not using Gaz, I'd have to read what they did here and create my own method of doing it. Essentially, anything can be associated with a prediction key. For example, activating an ability, the client can generate a fresh prediction key and sends it to the server, and it's a server try activate ability call. Wait, so if F prediction key is just an integer, that means every ability has an ID associated with it? Is that what this is? So instead of sending an abundance of data across the server, which then has to be sent to clients, instead it just sends an integer that's associated to a specific ability or event. So like, let's say 1 is machine gun fire, then 73 can be a fucking grenade being thrown, and then 74 could be a grenade exploding. Am I getting this correctly? But then how would you do a prediction key for things like a grenade being thrown in a specific direction? How would that work? Like, how would you send the information of where it's the direction of it being thrown? That would be a separate data as a different struct within the ability being called, I guess, right? The ability object. Gah. Oh my god. Okay, well, I got a lot to learn about networking. Guys, maybe I don't want to be a Giga game dev, guys. You usually pass your content and data, and then your network data like prediction keys. Gotcha. That would definitely make things better. I wonder, does shooter game utilize gameplay ability system for shooting? I don't think so, right? So this is using a different... I would imagine Lyra, if I remember correctly, Lyra uses gameplay ability system, or Gaz, for literally fucking everything. But I don't know if I want to learn from Lyra. It's the last time I looked at it, which was like maybe a year or two ago, is so complex. I don't want to say over-engineered because I'm sure they have their reasons. But in my eyes, it seems over-engineered because the use cases I would use for a lot of my games would probably not require the extent of what they're doing. Although I could probably learn quite a bit about Gaz by looking at it. Learning these new things is both exciting and fucking terrifying and somewhat overwhelming, but I do want to do it. Shooting game is basically like the bare bones version of what Gaz turned into plus Paragon. Right. So which one would you recommend that I learn from, Yaw? I feel like shooter game I'd have an easier time to kind of learn from because I'm just diving into C++ now. Whereas Lyra might be a good, like, later on kind of thing to look at. Next game's going to take 7 years, confirmed. Well, that's why I want to separate things. That's why I want to do the God style game, single player. But learning C++ is the primary thing, and maybe doing like a little bit of a different workflow where all of the classes start as a C++ class and then evolve into blueprints, and then that way that's an easier kind of like, if I want to do something in C++, I don't have that problem where everything's a blueprint variable. Shooter game, yeah, would be a good start for concepts. I think it would also be a good start for multiplayer concepts as well, whereas Lyra might be good for like gameplay ability system. Although, wait, what was that? What was that city builder called again? UE5 city builder sample. What was it called again? I don't remember. RTS sample. Crop out. Does crop out use gas? I don't think so. I'm gonna guess no, because this is like a full blueprint project, and gameplay ability system requires a little bit of C++. That's so cool. They got a fucking like 40 minute walkthrough of it. Shooter game, I think, will be good for you to learn the primarily C++ approach. Lyra is the hybrid approach that follows a normal game. Yeah. Dude, listen, my zombie survival game. Well, okay, here's the thing. We make the God game first, right? And then hopefully by then we work on the zombie roguelite. And then we work on the zombie survival game. So this splits it up in such a way where I can focus more on fine-tuned, smaller space combat engagements, replication, etc. Then the zombie survival game is like fucking like super, a lot more in-depth kind of deal. Ronin? I don't know if I'll work on Ronin. I want to. Well, do I? I don't know. I don't know what I would do with Ronin. I literally don't know. What can I do to make Ronin a shorter term project that won't take me 5 million years? Because the zombie roguelite would probably take me a year or two. Turn it into Kill Knight? Make it a porn game. No. No. Guys, no. Hitman style Ronin? No, I don't know if I would do Hitman style. It would be very like roguelite, like very roguelite-y. I just don't even know what the combat or gameplay of Ronin would be. I don't know. I don't even know. I literally don't know. I wanted to go in a Star Wars Jedi Knight style combat. I could not make that feel or look good. So that's kind of a fucking doozy. But I would still love to do that. I just don't think it would be plausible for me. But that'd be cool. I just don't know if it'd be possible. Twitch has been giving pops about sensitive content recently, which is obnoxious. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying. Okay. I got my meeting in like 5 minutes. Yeah. Did we once typing schizo? Nice. You know, Phoenix? Yeah, I don't know what we'll work on next. But I do know, I just want to try to, I would like to maybe get started on the zombie roguelite this year, because ultimately I know it's going to take a year or two for that. What about Crimson's Fantasy? I think that one's out of the question altogether. That one would require way too much fucking content for it to be like a fully fleshed out game. probably not gonna fucking happen. If I made Ronin, I would make it like a traditional roguelite, and we would make like a bunch of like arenas in sets. And we can make like 20 levels or something, and then when you go eat through each level, you're going through a different set. How does Hades do it? I feel like Hades does that, right? I don't think Hades is procedural or random generated. I'm pretty sure it's like they're like built level arenas or whatever. That's probably what I would do with Ronin. If I were to work on Ronin again. That's how I'd probably picture it, and make it like a traditional roguelite where you're like going through different rooms and shit. That's probably what I would do. So yeah. Yep, that's what I'd do. Here's TBJ's review, by the way. He said game too hard. He played it for about 10 minutes. He played it for about 7 minutes. What's 0.1 of 6 minutes? He played it for about 6 minutes. That deserves at least a timeout. Rebuilt level thrown through a randomizer. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what I would do for Ronin. But then at that point, I would just I don't. Then at that point, it's just a fucking like I know I could maybe come up with like a fun game like combat. Maybe. Can you even get past the intro in 6 minutes? You can get. No, I don't think you could finish the intro chapter in 6 minutes. I feel like it would essentially just be like that other Cyberpunk roguelite, but just in fucking third person. Which one is the game that I'm thinking of? Deadlink. It'd basically just be Deadlink, but in third person. And, like, I don't know if I want to spend that much time. Like Ronin, I don't know. I feel like it would take me at least a year to make it feel and look fucking good. And I don't know if I want to spend a year on a game. Like, I can maybe do it like 6 months. I can maybe do it in 6 months if I can do it full time. But in looking at it currently with my finances, I don't think that's going to be fucking possible. I don't think that'd be possible. I also don't know if it'd be cyberpunk. That's the funny thing. I think I would lean more in sci-fi direction. Like Star Wars kind of esque direction. Like, because that's actually most of the inspiration for Ronin was Coruscant, underworld Coruscant, bounty hunter / Mandalorian kind of fucking vibe. That's literally the inspiration behind Ronin. That was basically the inspiration. What's my opinion on clicker / idle games? I don't mind them. Like, one of the games that I'm thinking of maybe doing is kind of a clicker / idle style game, kind of web fishing kind of style. So, gonna be late for a meeting. Yeah, I gotta go, guys. Yeah, I don't know what we'll work on next after this game, but we are getting close to release. We're getting close to release. We are getting there. Steam Achievements has made some big progress, which is great. This was kind of like one of the things I was kind of worried about, but we've made some great progress. That's good. Levels, good progress as well. Botnik just requires some more cover props and stuff like that. The third person mode is getting there. Some more stuff we have to do there. AI improvements, we have a couple things we need to do there. Why won't that button press? Hello? None of my... The fuck? Oh, there we go. Some more stuff we have to do here. Score system changes, getting there. Almost there. So a bunch of miscellaneous tasks. There's gonna be a lot of stuff to do here. Steam Achievements almost done. User interface improvements should be pretty straightforward. Some bug fixes that we have to do. I think there's more than this, actually. Suit customization is probably our biggest lacking thing at the moment. new enemy types as well. And we just have one gameplay modifier and a couple things we need to fix here. So, yeah. I'd have caught the tail end of the stream. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, hopefully I can start doing, like, I don't know, I just need to wake up earlier and then I can do longer streams. But of course, based on the stats that Twitch gives you, most of the people are not even online at 9 a.m. So is there a point to me starting the stream at 9 a.m.? I don't fucking know. So I don't know. Anyways, thanks for dropping by, everybody. Thanks for lurking, chatting, sticking around. I always appreciate you guys chatting and sticking around. It really is great. So thank you. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Take it easy. See ya then.